Okay, hydrogen sulfide. You guys have asked for it. I'm going to try to deliver. I'm going to try to do this in a one-part series. Hopefully I can get there. All right, so H2S is a gas that's coming off of a lot of stuff, right? And if you look at all of our standard 4 and 5 gas meters in the fire service, you're going to see that sensor. And you're going to see that sensor, it's reading in parts per million, right? So hydrogen sulfide is flammable, right? So think of it on a methane scale. It's about 4.3 or 43,000 parts per million in that flammability range. So it's got a very narrow range as well. But let's think about this. It's heavier than air, so it's going to collect. That's why we have to worry about it in sewer and storm drains. But we also need to worry more about that parts per million of the toxicity, right? So we're talking 100 parts per million that this is toxic, not 100,000, 100, right? So well before we ever get to that flammability part of hydrogen sulfide, we're in that toxic range, and we're not going to make it to the flammability range if we're in that environment. So hydrogen sulfide has this odor threshold of about half a part per million. And let's just say a half a part per million, right? And that sulfur is what makes you smell mercaptan, right? So mercaptan that's added to natural gas, that's why you can smell it so well before the leak ever gets that big, right? So hydrogen sulfide is coming off of anything organic, right? So decaying material, sewer, waste, right? So let's think about this. You respond to somebody's house because they smell natural gas in their bathroom. It's more than likely going to be that shower that they never use, or that sink that they never use. The P-trap has dried up in it, right? And now we have sewer gas leaking back out of that P-trap because it's dry. That's what that P-trap does, is stop that sewer gas, stops that hydrogen sulfide smell coming there, right? As far as us worrying about hydrogen sulfide, confined space, confined space, confined space, right? If ventilate is where we need to worry about it. That's when we're doing confined space drills, or when you're doing a confined space rescue, that's where you have to worry about that stuff. And we have to ventilate. It's flammable, but it's going to kill people at a much lower rate, or much lower parts per million range than we're ever having to worry about flammability.